tired. Um, I am now doing simultaneously Uber Eats and DoorDash, and it's like if you do it right, really awesome. If you do it wrong, really not awesome. But in doing so, you travel the same routes, and I had observed a young man who has found an intersection that he has decided is a good intersection to Panhandle because him and I have interacted several times. Um, I've seen him there several times. Uh, and I honestly think that he makes probably $200 to $400 a day there. Just think about, and we're gonna break this down because this is some serious like mind fuckery here. Let's say on the low end he makes $200 an hour, and he's there for 8 hours at this corner. And I'll give you some context. He's a youngish looking, college looking. He even has a backpack on. Uh, African American, maybe biracial type of individual. And so he definitely looks like he could be a college student struggling. But based on my interactions with him, I can tell that this is his gig at the current moment. And for $200 a day, who has pride anymore? Like I don't have any pride. I don't judge him, and so that's the point. Let's do the math real quick. $200 a day. If you work $20 an hour, which is like not good, not great, not bad, meh. $20, meh, an hour. That's 10 hours a day you'd have to work, and I bet you he's only working 8 hours a day. Also, that 10-hour day, $20 an hour job, you probably are having to pay taxes and all these other little things that are getting taken out. So to actually net 200 cash at $20 an hour, you'd probably have to work 12 to 14 hours. Uh, while this young man is just walking up and down in a little pattern on a corner, asking people for money, and people are very generous. Uh, Even if they give $1 or $2, you see 1,000. No, you probably see 5,000 people throughout 8 hours. Um, Anyways, okay, we're getting too far out of the math, but let's connect this to one of my other recent videos talking about the labor market shortage. Uh, if you can make more money panhandling cash under the table, why would you work? Like, why? Like, I work really hard. I do. I know there are people who don't quite understand my life and think that I don't, but that's because they don't want to understand my life. But people who actually know me know that I bust ass. Like I in my other videos talked about how within 6 months of working at a job, I was offered a promotion. Um, so that should be like testament to my work ethic and my commitment. But I don't blame people right now for not wanting to work. Because if you can't get by, what's the fucking point? Like, I just don't blame people. And so I do wonder, though, like how people are getting by. People are probably more responsible than I am or was. I'm getting better at the whole budgeting thing. Um, Andrew Yang said it really well, though. He said that, like, there is no perfect budget when you just don't make enough. And a lot of Americans just don't make enough, not because they're not working hard enough, but because this mess of a market, as I call it, that we're in. And it's really easy to want to like blame this group or that group, the millionaires and the billionaires. That was my Bernie Sanders impression. I'm not a good impressionist. Um, and I like to blame the elites. I try to go very vague, and that's tough because then that makes people not want to believe you or listen to you. But how I conceptualize things is that there are groups of influential individuals, rich, powerful individuals who are just playing a game. And you don't even have to you think about it in that way, but then think that these groups, some of these groups like each other and some of these groups don't like each other. And so the whole Democrat Republican thing, that alignment, that's superficial. That's so superficial. There is so much more beneath that. Uh, the what is the I use the word fascism because that's what I think we're dealing with in so many different ways. And I talk about like the war on drugs, and then I talk about what other examples do I use? Because that's just the easiest one. Oh, the whole vaccine mandate thing. That's one. But then all the licenses and all the taxes and fees and laws. Man, seatbelt laws. What the fuck is that shit? What the fuck is that shit? It is just a way for the powerful people to steal money from us and keep us scared and in line so they can then give that money to their friends who make bombs to kill children in the Middle East. That's fascism. I mean, obviously, there's so much more. Like, when you begin to explore the depths of our bureaucratic, administrative, nanny state of evil, you see it everywhere. And I know I'm looking into the abyss and I'm doing it too much and I need to look away. But I can't, because right now I just have to hustle. So I'm actually on a break from doing the Uber Eats and DoorDashing. It's not sustainable to do this, but it's what I need to do right now. I honestly like don't know what the fuck I have no idea what my future holds. This is so frustrating because it's like I have so much potential and I have so much desire, but I don't know where to apply it. And it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But then, if I can just breathe for a minute, if I can remember to have faith in the universe and the plan and all the different levels between me and infinity, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And that's like one of the hardest things to accept, especially when chaos is surrounding you. But if you can accept that you're right where you're supposed to be, and you can find the eye of the storm and walk with the chaos, that's the key. I really do hope a path emerges though soon, because I don't know what the heck to do. I just have to have faith. I know. I have faith. Thank you very much for listening. I'm not going to go panhandle, but if you want to send, here's my way of panhandling. If you want to send me money, please do. That would be awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'm going to go do some more DoorDashing and Uber eating. Thank you very much for listening. Much love, y'all.